Starboard side wardroom.
Yes.
They're all different, every one of them. This one's bigger than the other two. No, wait a minute. Yeah, starboard side wardroom. Yeah.
Don't want to do it, drop these nuts down there. That's 9/16, that's flat base.
Not today. I'm not climbing today.
Well, it's fine.
Magnet, just in case we get some. Could you imagine doing this like at 30-degree rolls?
Don't want to.
Having to chew y'all down.
Why
Better
is
get going.
the ship like so high in the water today?
It's all the snow.
All the snow? Gotta like kind of come up together, right? So there's your transfers, right?
For inquiring minds, Jim, what are you doing and why?
Well, originally when the engine started last 10 years ago, it didn't continue to run, and they think it's because the fuel injector clogged up, or the injectors clogged up. What I am thinking is that perhaps the filter in here is clogged up and not the injector. We do have 16 brand new or rebuilt injectors to put in this if we have to. But first we'd like to check the filter to make sure that that's not the problem. If it is, then perhaps we don't have to go through that process. To take this off.
We may need to put that in the
In a
vise.
We may need to put that in the vise. I was just looking at down in here. See,
Let's see if
you
there's
see the
any.
cruddy crap that's in there?
Yeah.
So if that plugged up that filter, then that could be the whole issue, and it never got to the injector, which would be totally cool.
Are you dripping?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay. All right, so inside this fuel block here, we've got this filter, and this filter looks pretty good. And Jim can even do the blow test. I don't
Clean as
think
a whistle.
don't think that's clogged. So we will just keep digging, and we'll see what we find.
You're not gonna, this filter is nasty, you're not getting. I mean,
Well, it might have been,
That one wanted to pop out on me,
Into the injector and now.
but it is damp, yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so this is a note from the future. If you see a valve cover, this thing right here, it means that we found that the injector rack was moving along just fine. That means that it responds to the throttle lever. Anything that is open is an indication to us that the arm is not moving, and so if you are adjusting the throttle arm, then the engine will not be responding accordingly. So that cylinder would not be injecting more fuel at higher throttle or lower fuel at lower throttle. All of these filters here, they're clean. You can blow through them. There is no visible gunk on them. There was one with a little bit of dust on it, but really it's nothing to write home about. When you're looking at this, it's very, very nice looking. The top one is overspeed, the second one is the bleed line, and the third one, that is the supply line, and that all feeds through the block, through the filter, and then up through those jumper lines that you saw Jim remove earlier. Now, the plan to flush out the lines would simply be to remove those jumpers, flip them around, and then push fuel through the system, and then fuel would actually shoot through those lines. The filter's removed, so we're not going to be clogging up the filters if there was anything in the line, and then that would just empty down into a bucket. The injectors were moving just fine when the engineers did the timing and all the adjustments 10 years ago, but something stopped this engine from running. So we're not just doing initial tune-ups or anything. We're doing some investigation to find out what it was. What was that missing piece that stopped this engine from running? Because it was there, it was running, and then it stopped. So again, if you see the cover missing, you know that that injector is not moving. Now, just because if the rack is moving, that doesn't necessarily mean that the injector is just fine. What we're going to do is we will start with those, remove those, and if we do have issues, we can go ahead and just start testing the rest of the injectors. And at some point we can go over the procedure for testing those injectors. It's a little dangerous to do because you can shoot oil through your skin, so I don't really want to do it unless I have to. And then this is the sump level. It'll fit about 900 gallons. I would think we need about 200 gallons of 30 weight oil in order to get this engine going, but you will be seeing a bit more on that in the next update video. Alright, that is it for now, and we'll be back next week.